When a woman makes eye contact with you, most guys will either look away or make her extremely uncomfortable by looking back at her. That's why I'm going to show you the exact techniques you need to use when a girl looks at you. Throughout this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step sequence that you can use the next time she looks at you to make her desperate for your attention. Step number 1. Don't look at her eyes. Now, this might seem a bit counterintuitive, but I'm going to show you a science-backed technique to maintain eye contact without ever looking at her eyes. During a study conducted in Australia, a researcher spoke to 46 students during a study that he called a get-to-know-you session. For half of the conversations, he would look at the students in the eye. For the other half, he would look at the students at their ear. At the end of the conversation, he asked all students to then rate his own eye contact from a 1 to 6 scale. What he found was interesting. There was no difference in score between him looking at their eyes and him looking at their ears. Now you're going to combine these two steps. Next time you see a girl looking at you, immediately you'll make eye contact by looking at her ear. Then, judge her eye contact and how she responds back. If it's positive, you move on to a sardonic smile, which moves into step number 3. Give her the right head nod. See, at this point, everybody will give that girl one of 2 different head nods, not realizing that one will completely ruin your chances, while the second one will increase your chances of her being attracted to you. Let me explain. Just take a look at this side-by-side comparison. Did you catch it? You probably didn't because it's subtle, but on the left side, I nodded my head downwards, which makes you look more closed off, angry. On the right side, I nodded upwards, which makes you look more open and friendly. And you have to understand that this is written to our genetic code across every culture and country. Men use nods as a way to interact with each other. However, that downward nod is used exclusively for those types of people that you don't know that well, because you're protecting your jugular, you're protecting your neck. While the upward nod reveals your neck, which means you either know that person or you're comfortable with that person. So you, by simply nodding upwards while you've made eye contact with that woman, is going to show her that you're an open and friendly individual, traits that she's going to find very attractive. But also will set you up for step number 4, make her look up to you. Now, if you've reached this point, it's a pretty good sign that this girl's into you. So I'm going to show you 2 methods that's going to make her physically look up towards you as you approach her. First, after you're done nodding upwards, I want you to keep your chin slightly raised to give the illusion that you're looking down at her. During a study, over 49% of women admitted that they will only date a man that is taller than them. And I get it. Some guys might be annoyed by this, that girls require this as a standard. But at the end of the day, it's ingrained in their biology. A taller man makes them feel protected, and all you can do is play the game to win. So to make this even more effective in the future, you can even grab yourself a pair of shoes that have a thicker sole, like a pair of boots. I get it. You're not going to wear boots every single day of your life, but there are shoes that are specifically designed with thicker soles that give you the same amount of height that a pair of boots would. Now, if you do everything that I'm telling you, when you walk past her, she'll be forced to look up to you. Now, if you're smart, you caught something. Why would you walk past her and not to her? Thank you for asking, even if you didn't ask. This takes us to step number 5. Ask for a different girl's phone number. You have to understand, women are extremely territorial, so here's how you're going to seamlessly talk to another girl to make the one you're interested in jealous. First, you'll want to approach a female that is close to you and in the vicinity of the girl that you already made eye contact with. You doing this move of going to another woman is going to increase the plasma testosterone and the cortisol in her blood. After that, I want you to ask her if you can text your friend from her phone because your phone died. Then you can just something from her phone. Something like, "Hey, I'm at this coffee shop. Where are you? Can you come pick me up?" Then immediately give that girl her phone back and walk back to where you were, to the girl that already made eye contact with you and you know is interested. she's going to think you just asked for another girl's phone number. And that's going to drive her crazy. Until next video, goodbye.